What's to do with y'all young boys? Today we got a new series on my channel called Life Lessons. Now this series is going to consist of several stories, and these videos really aren't going to be heavily edited because I feel like that would take away from some of the authenticity of the story. But with that being said, let's get into this first life lesson / story time. So quarantine really saved my life, but don't jump to any conclusions when you hear me say that. I'm not really trying to romanticize a worldwide pandemic where hundreds and thousands of people lost their lives. It's just that life to me is mainly about perspective, and I could choose to look at the pandemic for all of the sad shit that happened or all of the shit that I could potentially benefit from this situation. Of course, my condolences go out to anybody that has had some type of a motherfucking inconvenience due to this pandemic, which is pretty much anybody that has lost family members or jobs, etc., my nigga. But we gonna go ahead and start this story about a year ago, which is when the fucking pandemic broke out, a little over a year ago. So we basically just got sent home, and you know what I'm saying, we just started online school and whatnot. But the thing is that we really didn't have to do any of the assignments, because any class that you weren't failing before the pandemic broke out, you could not fail that bitch no matter how poorly you did in online school. You literally did not have to do anything. If you were passing before, you would pass at the end of the fucking semester. So I'm basically at home with no responsibilities or obligations, and I decided to do what pretty much everybody in this situation did, is live out your ideal lifestyle. I mean, in isolation, of course. Now, at the time, my ideal lifestyle consisted of smoking weed every fucking day, getting money through legally questionable activities, playing the game, talking to hoes, and beating my dick. Now, I didn't think too far ahead because I had just turned 16. Like, the quarantine and shit started like March, and my birthday is in fucking February, and you know what I'm saying, this time around year I just turned 17 and shit, you know what I'm saying, happy birthday to me. But around this time last year, you know what I'm saying, where the fucking story takes place, I had just turned 16. So I mean, I was smart, but I just didn't have life experience whatsoever, and I still don't. I got a little bit more, but I mean, I'm still a fucking child, my nigga. I'm 17, my nigga. By the time you 21, you still not even gonna know shit, but that's besides the point, my nigga. I digress. You know what I'm saying? So at first, I'm happy as can be. You know what I'm saying? Every morning, I fucking roll up a 3-5 in a motherfucking wood, you know what I'm saying, to get my day started. Really, I'm not even getting my day started. I'm getting high and then going back to sleep and then rinsing and repeating. So now that I look back on it, that shit sounds depressing as fuck, but in the present moment, that shit was fun as hell because I don't gotta do shit. I could just smoke weed all day, play the game, talk to hoes, get money, and that's all, my nigga. After a few weeks, that shit just was like not fun no more. Like, I was getting mad depressed and shit. Like, I stopped talking to niggas for days and weeks at a time and shit. You know what I'm saying? My mental state was out of control and whatnot. I was looking bipolar, like a motherfucking psychopath or some shit. I was on some nut shit, man. I was all over the place. So basically, in the midst of losing my mind because I'm smoking so much goddamn weed every day, and on top of being in the house 24/7, I start thinking really, really deep. You know what I'm saying? When I smoke weed, I turn into a motherfucking philosopher. I'm young Aristotle in this bitch. So I'm really just thinking super deep, and I'm thinking like, damn, bro, you got all this goddamn time on your hands. Like, you literally locked in the house 24 hours a day. You could do anything you want. I mean, within reason, my nigga, within being in the motherfucking house. I might as well do something productive, bro. I mean, like, smoking weed, talking to bitches, and jacking off, and, you know what I'm saying, getting money, that really don't mean that much besides the money part. And even then, with the money and shit, like, if you getting money from some shit you're not passionate about, and then you taking that money and then blowing it on some shit that's just gonna, like, be temporary, like, you not investing it into yourself, like, some shit that you passionate about, that's a miserable ass life, my nigga. That's why the suicide rate of doctors is so goddamn high, because besides your immediate needs with money and shit, that shit could only make you so happy, bro. You gotta have some shit outside of your career or getting money and shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't even really call what I was doing a career. It was really some scandalous shit, but you gotta have something outside that source of income that make you happy, that you get up every morning to do. And basically, my nigga, I had no reason to get up every goddamn morning besides that I had a fucking family and I was still breathing. I basically spent these next couple of weeks just trying to rediscover myself, because in this quarantine shit, this total lockdown shit, I started realizing that I really didn't have much of a life outside of getting money and going to school. Like, I had no personality traits, or I did, like, you know what I'm saying, I had personality traits, but I ain't have shit that I did every day passionately, you know what I'm saying? Like I had no hobbies, damn near. So basically trying to rediscover myself and figure out why the fuck I should care about life. I made a lot of questionable life decisions, like a whole lot, and y'all gonna see some of the stories about these life decisions I was making in some story times. I can't tell them right now for a plethora of reasons, mainly legal reasons, but y'all gonna get them when I'm 18. So one day I got really high and I was really thinking super deep. I was reliving my entire life from like 5 years old up to the present, you know what I'm saying? All the good moments, all the tragic moments, and it was a lot of tragic moments, but it was also a lot of good moments, my nigga. You can't leave that shit out. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like when I say you get the equal amount of good with the bad, I mean that shit to the core, my nigga. Because that's facts. It's indisputable. But reliving these past experiences, I damn near shed a tear, bro, out of all the traumatic experiences and shit. But I mean, I damn near shed a couple of tears of joy and tears of disappointment, because I'm looking back, like before I started smoking weed and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at how happy I used to be and how full of joy I used to be and all the shit that I used to like to do, and I'm just really disappointed in myself, bro. Like I'm kind of imagining myself as my younger self. Like I'm looking at myself in the present from myself from the past, if that makes sense. So I'm looking at myself like, nigga, you have so much goddamn potential. Like you're damn near good at everything you tried to pick up, but you just quit that shit because you got bored, my nigga. Are you stupid? And now all you doing, my nigga, is absolutely nothing. You just getting money and wasting it on weed and rinsing and repeating. You're literally a no life, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, my younger self just start beating the shit out of my older self, because it's like he mad as hell at himself. You know what I'm mad as hell at myself. My fault, I fucked that up. But anyways, I start thinking about some of the shit that I used to do and why I quit it, and I start thinking about YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Because I had been doing YouTube since I was like 7-8 years old, and then I had like learned to edit the videos in Vegas Pro when I was like 11. So I'm like, damn, bro, like I was 11 making videos that weren't completely shit, and now I'm 16 at the time. Of course I'm 17 now, but I'm like, damn, bro, like you need to actually put some effort back into that YouTube shit. Like at least start that shit up, have some fun with it, because I mean, even making shitty YouTube videos is better than sitting on your ass smoking weed and getting money every once in a while. And you know what I'm saying, I'd never be no broke nigga. That's just not optional for me. But in this type of mindset, I'm thinking about, what if I die, bro? Because it's a fucking pandemic. I mean, you know what I'm saying, like it was the start of it. We didn't know if we was all gonna die or not, my nigga. We was all uneducated as shit, ignorant as hell. So I'm thinking like, bro, you're not gonna be thinking about how much money you made when you on your fucking deathbed. You're gonna be thinking about all the shit that you did outside of getting money. Like of course the money gonna be satisfactory temporarily, but not long term, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't really look at how much money you made and then be like, yeah, that's the fucking highlight of my life is getting money. Like, nigga, no, you gotta have some other shit that you doing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what, I gotta start this YouTube shit back up, bro, because I gotta have something that I could at least be proud of when I die, my nigga. So basically I start the YouTube shit back up, and I didn't really get that consistent until around like 4 or 5 months ago. But basically starting YouTube was like the first step into getting my life in the direction that I wanted it to be in, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't really down bad because everybody my age was doing some similar shit to what I was doing, but I don't like being average, you know what I'm saying? Like I got really high standards for myself, and I like being better than everybody at everything. So for me to be average, that shit was like heartbreaking to me. So the first thing I did was I cut down on the weed, and then, you know what I'm saying, I start working out again. I start going for runs and whatnot. I start taking better care of myself, basically just living life how you fucking supposed to, instead of smoking weed every day and being lazy. But I didn't immediately stop smoking weed because I thought that the weed was making me creative, but I didn't realize that creativity doesn't mean shit if the weed is making you too lazy to do anything with the goddamn creativity. So, you know what I'm saying, over the next 4 months, I basically just started to just cut that shit out altogether, my nigga. Like I do not smoke weed no more. I do every blue moon, and that's like every 3 months, 3 or 4 months, but I do not smoke weed like that no more. I don't even fuck with that shit. It's not fun to me no more. Cause like I feel good after I, you know what I'm saying, roll up a wood, face that bitch. I feel good for a second, but then I think like, okay, what did I do to earn this good feeling? Like I didn't do shit to earn it. So it's like it don't even mean shit. It's like I kind of cheated. You know what I'm saying? I cheated life. Like I felt good without having to put any work in. You know what I'm saying? I felt rewarded without having to put in any effort. And then I realized that that's what was fucking my life up. So a little bit after I cut out the weed and whatnot, I start taking YouTube seriously because I mean, I'm not at school. Like, I have online school now, but I mean, that shit's not super difficult. Like, I just have to do a couple assignments a day, you know what I'm saying? And I got nothing but free time after that. And you know what I'm saying? I put all of that into my YouTube because I could go hang with some niggas, but then I'm risking my health, and then I'm risking my health to do something that's like literally nothing, bro. Like, literally, I could go hang with some niggas and we'd talk about absolutely nothing. No thank you, my nigga. So yeah, that's basically what I start doing. I start taking this YouTube shit serious, and I think that'll conclude this story. Basically, being in self-isolation with the quarantine and whatnot made me reflect and look at my life and then plan ahead for the future. And you know what I'm saying, I got my shit in order with this YouTube shit and shit outside of YouTube. You know what I'm saying, I got my life all the way together. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what y'all think about these life lesson story times, you know what I'm saying, the new series and whatnot. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm gonna probably drop another commentary sometime this week, my nigga. I ain't gonna make y'all wait too long, but make sure you like the video. Let me know what you thought about this, and I'll see y'all later.